You ever wonder how the wealthiest people manage their money? I'll let you in on a little secret. It's not about having some genius-level finance degree or a secret love for spreadsheets. Nope. They just have a simple roadmap. And today, we're going to walk through it step by step so you can start building wealth no matter where you're starting from.
This right here, this is the core idea. And you know what? It's incredibly empowering. This isn't about restriction or cutting out everything you love. It's about clarity. It's about having a plan. We are about to lay out the exact strategies to build a secure financial base starting right now.
All right, so first things first. Any journey, whether it's a road trip or building wealth, starts with knowing exactly where you are on the map. The same thing goes for your money. Before we can make any real progress, we need to get a clear, totally honest snapshot of your current financial position. This is, without a doubt, the most crucial first step.
Okay, let's start with your annual net income. This is the total amount of cash that actually lands in your bank account after taxes and all that. Now, why yearly? That's a great question, because looking at it month to month can be deceiving. A yearly view smooths out all the bumps, like a surprise bill one month or a one-time bonus the next. It gives you the truest picture.
Next up, your yearly expenses. This is everything you spend your money on over the course of a year. And I mean everything. We're not just talking about the obvious stuff like rent and groceries. We're talking about the things we tend to forget, like holiday gifts, that random car repair, or a spontaneous weekend trip. This gives you that complete, totally unfiltered look at where your money is really going.
And now we get to the most important number in this whole exercise, your income surplus. It's super simple. You just subtract your yearly expenses from your yearly income. If that number is positive, congratulations, that's your surplus. You should think of this number as the fuel for your wealth-building engine. The bigger this gap is, the faster you can save, invest, and ultimately buy back your time and your freedom.
So let's talk for a second about net worth. The formula couldn't be simpler. It's what you own, your assets, minus what you owe, your liabilities. And here's a really key distinction to remember. Your income buys your lifestyle, but your net worth, well, that buys your freedom. The whole goal is to use that income surplus we just talked about to consistently increase your assets and chip away at your liabilities.
Okay, so we've got our You Are Here pin on the map. We know our starting point. Now for the fun part. It's time to choose a destination. This whole next section is about defining your goals and getting to know your most powerful ally on this journey, and that's time.
Now this is where things get really cool. This shows you the incredible power of compounding. Just look at the bar on the left. If you invest 100 grand for 20 years at a pretty conservative 4% return, it grows to almost $250,000. Not bad, right? But now look at the bar on the right. At a 10% return, that same 100 grand grows to over $670,000. That's the magic of compounding. Time is truly your greatest asset.
So, how do we actually use that time effectively? Well, we match our strategy to our goals timeline. It's pretty simple, really. For short-term goals, we're talking anything under 5 years, like an emergency fund or a down payment. You want that money safe and easy to get to. But for those big, long-term goals, like retirement, you've got time on your side. You can let that money grow and compound and do its thing through investing.
All right, we know where we are and we know where we want to go. Now, let's build the engine that's actually going to get us there. This is our action plan, and it's built on 2 key parts: a smart debt strategy and a really simple budgeting framework.
When it comes to tackling debt, there are 2 main ways to go. With the debt avalanche, you focus all your extra firepower on the debt with the highest interest rate first. Mathematically, this is the most efficient way to do it and saves you the most money in the long run. Then there's the debt snowball. Here you tackle the smallest debts first to get those quick wins and build some serious momentum. So which one is the best? Honestly, it's the one you'll actually stick with. Period.
Now, for budgeting, let's just forget about those complicated, soul-crushing spreadsheets. The 50-30-20 rule is a super simple but really powerful guide. The idea is to take your after-tax pay and put 50% toward your needs, rent, food, bills. Then 30% goes to your wants, the fun stuff, and a full 20% goes to your future self. That's for savings, investing, and paying down debt.
Okay, this is where it gets really, really exciting. You've done the hard work, you've created that all-important income surplus. Now it's time to put that money to work. It's time to make your money start making money for you. Let's see how we can build your wealth over time.
So the big question, when should you actually start investing? It's actually a really simple 3-step process. Step 1, save 1 month of your living expenses. Just 1 month. This gives you a little bit of breathing room.
Step 2. Attack any high-interest debt. That's anything with an interest rate over 8%. Paying that off is like getting a guaranteed return on your money. And finally, Step 3. You start building your full emergency fund and investing at the same time. This way, you're building both safety and wealth side by side.
You know, to make your goals a reality, you've got to know your numbers. Let's just look at this example. Say your ideal investment amount each month is $500, but after running the numbers, your budget realistically only allows for $300. That $200 difference, that's your investment gap. Now, this isn't a point of failure, not at all. It's your target. Now you have a concrete number to work towards closing over time.
And there you have it, a clear, simple roadmap to manage your money like the top 1%. This isn't about some complex, abstract theory. It's about taking these practical, common-sense steps one at a time. And you know, this is about more than just managing money. It's about designing the life you actually want to live. So the only real question left is, you have the roadmap. Where are you going to go first?